Got
Yo, SLT Nation, you have waited all day long. You've watched 8 hours of continuous football, and it looks as though we have our final two teams will be arriving in Tampa in the next 2 weeks. You will hear nothing but storyline after storyline about this magical matchup between the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, versus the future face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes. That's right, Kansas City Chiefs just defeated the Buffalo Bills. And earlier today, we saw a legendary shootout between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, which ended in terrific Tom coming out on top, even though as we unpack these games here tonight with you live for the first time ever, the SLT Post Game special, we will uncover what truly happened behind the matchup. So with me today, or tonight, I should say, I have my guy, the intelligent, the intellectual surgeon, Serge, Mr. United. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. I've been itching to get on to talk about this stuff tonight. So
I know
it's been crazy.
Did it not kind of give you a little bit of extra, like, ooh, I gotta bring this up tonight for the first time watching the game?
For sure.
Like I didn't even want to text y'all because I was like, I'm saving that to talk about in the post game show. So
probably starting at the halftime of the first game is when I was like, oh man, I'm ready to get this rolling.
Kev, how you doing, man? I got my guy, the head coach KT, rocking with us tonight.
Say, man, I'm good, man. Let's get this thing started.
I know you ready to go to bed, huh? I know you know it. All right. So let's start with the elephant in the room. Tom Brady's Buccaneers defeated the at-home Green Bay Packers. I'm a little sore about this for y'all because in my heart, I really watched that game, and throughout the whole game, I was saying to myself, Saints would have beat Green Bay today. I don't know why. I just kept feeling like Saints would have beat Green Bay. Green Bay had a chance to come back in this game, which at one point in time, it was 28-10. And for some odd reason, Aaron Rodgers could not get it going, y'all. Hey, Serge, so what's your take on the Green Bay versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game?
Well, first and foremost, I do definitely – I want to bring up 2 points. One, obviously, as soon as the game was over between the Buccaneers and Saints last week, I went on and saw what the line of the game was, and I saw that it was -4 on the Packers. So I still had very high confidence that there was a good chance the Buccaneers could win, even though I wanted Packers to win, and I picked them to win. I figured that they would still cover the spread, and even if they lost, even if the Buccaneers lost, that they would have covered the spread. So I picked them to +4. So that's first and foremost. And secondly, I think that the turning point, I don't like the fact of when games are over with, most people just say that, oh, Tom Brady beat Aaron Rodgers. But it's so much bigger than that. And if you were really, truly paying attention to the game, if you're a true fan of the sport, then you know that the biggest turning point of the game was the touchdown that was thrown with 8 seconds left in the second quarter that gave, the Buccaneers that lead. Because if they were able to hold them to, no score, ideally that's what it should have happened because they were too far to be kicking a field goal and it was only 8 seconds left on the clock. And the Packers get the ball to start the third quarter, then the momentum of the game would not have shifted in that manner. So the game planning obviously changed. And it was just like, I don't know what Kevin King was thinking. Who you're playing against. Your only job is to make sure to keep the guy in front of you. And I think from that point on, even though the Packers were able to make a run, I just didn't like from that moment on, it was just like a question mark of how, no matter how well the Packers offense played, I just didn't trust their defense to make enough plays to, come back out on top. So that was first and foremost. And I'll kind of go back and forth with you guys. I'll add a little bit more after KT.
Absolutely. Cam, what was your thoughts on the Green Bay Packers Buccaneers game?
Well, I don't really want to get my thoughts now. We got a couple of guys backstage. Do we want to bring them on?
Well, hold on. Let's go through this real quick. I want a side note on what Serge said. And although I do agree, Serge, I think that was the most significant play, but I don't think that was the back-breaking play. If you really look at it, that game was 21-10 at halftime. The back-breaking play was when Aaron Jones fumbled the ball, Devin White recovers it and takes the ball down to the 11-yard line 2 plays later. Captain America, which he took advantage of these same type of opportunities against the Saints. He took advantage against it again. He scored a touchdown to Cameron Brate, and now all of a sudden you're looking at a 28-10 game. And I think having that momentum change of interception, score, right, on this incredible 39-yard play, then you go and you say, okay, you come back out of halftime. Green Bay gets the ball first, turns it over again, and then you're looking directly at a score. And I think that was the change of the game, because just think about it. If Green Bay had just kicked the field goal, we go into halftime 14-13. Or if Green Bay doesn't, if they just punt the ball, you go into halftime 14-10. It totally changes the dynamics of the game. But Kevin, I'm with you. Do y'all want to unpack the blowout matchup we just saw? Do y'all want to just go start letting some fans in and we having some dialogue about the game?
Let's get the fans on. That's what we came on here for, right?
All right, let's go. Let's get it. Who we got first, Kev?
All right, the first one is Aaron McDaniel.
McDaniel. All right, let's go.
Daniel, golly, I was thinking about Aaron. Yeah, okay.
All right, hold on. Wait, if you're backstage, hold on, Kev. If you're backstage, there are some simple rules that we want you to buy. We can't let you on our air without being initiated. So all we need you to do is tell us who you are, where you're from, your favorite team, and your number one hip hop artist. Try to string them together. Let's not draw it out. But we need to have those facts before we can let you do any talking.
And we're on FCC airwaves, so
yes,
be careful.
All right, let's Aaron in.
Let's bring him on.
Let's go. Aaron, how you doing?
Hey, guys. Hey, look. Hey, before we get started, I want to introduce myself, Aaron McDaniel, long-time listener. Hey, guys, I really appreciate everything you guys are doing. It's great to see the show evolving the way it's evolving right here. Of course, I'm from Louisiana. My favorite football team is the New Orleans Saints and LSU Tigers. All right.
Poor guy.
So you basically got B. Jones Part 2.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just B. Jones.
All right. So,
hold on. Who's your favorite hip hop artist, Aaron?
Favorite hip hop artist? I got to go. I'm old school, so I got to go with Juvenile from Louisiana.
All right.
All
right, Aaron. Sound off. 60 seconds, baby. What you got?
All right, so for the Green Bay Packers and the Bucs game, I got three really quick points. All right, the first one is I really don't want to watch the game because my Saints wasn't playing, but like it was a treat watching two of the greatest competitors to ever play the game play. All right, so the second thing, I think the Bucs defense really won this game right here because you had 3 Tom Brady interceptions right there, and they kept the pack from capitalizing those things late in the game. And then the last and final point for that game right there, I understand the logic of kicking the field goal late in the game, but you got Aaron Rodgers. Give this guy an opportunity to win the game, or at least put his team in a better situation to win the game. Again, I understand the logic. You got 3 timeouts plus 2-minute warning, but hey, give Aaron Rodgers an opportunity to win the game.
Because the last thing you want to do is get Tom Brady any kind of time. So if you're going to do that, I agree with you, Aaron. You got to go for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you're going to have to go for a touchdown regardless.
So who do you fault for that, Aaron? Do you fault the coach for this loss, or do you fault Aaron Rodgers for this loss?
I definitely can't fault Aaron Rodgers for this loss right here. He didn't have a great game, but he turned into a surgeon when he needed to be in this game right here. Gave his team an opportunity to come back and compete in this game right here. Definitely put it on the coach. It had to be a lack of experience coming down to the wire.
Well, I'm agree with you 100%. I don't know how in the world you go for a 2-point conversion when you're down 28-23, which would have made the game. Just if you kick the extra point, it's 24-28. You secure yourself for a field goal, but instead you go for 2. Then in the money moments, right, when it all comes down
to the
wire,
drop, that going for 2 was a drop.
Which was a drop. Then you take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands. But this is where I'm going to disagree with you guys, and I'm gonna stand on this one. I 100% fault Aaron Rodgers for this game. You cannot play at the elite level, 70% completion, 48 touchdowns, 3 interceptions all year long, and then your defense, Jaire Alexander, gave you the ball twice, and you were able to manufacture 2 first downs in those situations. They had a chance to come back and win that game, and he had the ball twice with a chance to go down and drive and take that lead 31 or 32-28, and he couldn't capitalize on it.
We're basically putting Aaron Rodgers on that LeBron status because the man had 346, 4 touchdowns, and a pick. So I get what you're saying,
He
man.
went cold when it mattered. You got to be because Tom Brady did not win this game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady had a decent stat line. He capitalized on turnovers when it mattered. They went 2 turnovers for 14 points. The same exact recipe they followed in the New Orleans Saints game. They went on the road to Washington, to New Orleans, and to Green Bay. And what's the saying, Coach McDaniel? What's the saying? Defense does what, man?
Wins championships.
It wins championships, and defense travels, and they travel. That defense travel. So, I'm on that on Aaron Rodgers, man.
Yeah, but I think also if you look at it, I'm looking at Tom Brady got sacked 1 time, and Aaron Rodgers got sacked 5 times. So that alone right there is telling you that the Tampa Bay defense is obviously holding him to below standard. But for him to still have a over 101 QB rating, only that, and even that 1 interception that we all know, if you were watching the game, that was a pass interference against on the Allen's heart.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Oh my God,
so it's like every one element of the game or something that happens is a trickling down effect of what may be happening next. And so Jair Alexander, the 2 picks that he got were way on this side of the field, as opposed to when Aaron Jones fumbled the ball and the other guy, Devin White, picked it up. He's there right there at the 10-yard line. So just like last week when they scored against the Saints, it's like you're already right there to score. Yep. Even if you go 3 and out, you're still going to kick a field goal. So no matter what, you were coming away with points. And I just, I also can't the special teams, the first kickoff, the second kickoff. If you look, Mickens ran it back, I think, to the 35 and the 1 time to the 50. I mean, those are just all momentum plays that completely shift the momentum of the game when you're trying to come back in the game, when he's at no fault for messing up. He didn't mess up. I mean, you can't go score every time down the field. So
but you got to score when it matters, though, Serge.
Yeah, and I said it.
He only had 3. For the first possession of the game for the Buccaneers, the first, the second, and the third down conversions, they converted, and then they scored a touchdown. So that's all on the defense. So it's just like the old school, Packers and the Aaron Rodgers. It's like he's going to do as much as he can and put enough points on the board, but can his defense be reliable, even though it's new players on this team as opposed to what, as years past, but it's like the same thing over and over again. He just doesn't have that defensive support.
Okay, so BJ, before you say anything, Aaron, do you got anything else you want to say before we let you go?
Nothing else about the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay game.
All right, well, who do you got in the Super Bowl, man? You get to make your prediction right now.
Oh, I got the Chiefs. Hands down.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Keep rocking with us, man.
Yes, sir. Right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Take care, guys.
All right, so next we got Angelo Bates, who's been sitting back here. We got some people backstage, so let's get
Angelo.
This dude come on with New York crowd.
Oh, here we go.
I already answered one question already, so I don't got to say nothing else about where I'm from. Who I represent. The C is right here, so no question about it.
So who? Give us your hip hop artist.
Favorite hip hop? I'm gonna say Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. We back to back with the state of Louisiana. Oh my goodness.
I'm going Weezy on that.
You disappoint me, but what you got on the? We're gonna ask him about which game we're gonna ask him about.
It don't matter. You talk about what you want to talk about. We react. It's been 8 hours of football.
I didn't take stats and notes down. So I'm gonna say real quick. Aaron Rodgers did not lose the game. King lost the game for the Packers because King was getting dusted when he went and got a sort of break. He was getting dusted then too. So the King lost the game for Green Bay. I do believe that LaFleur made a mistake. They should have went for it. I thought actually Aaron Rodgers could have ran the ball possibly, but I thought it was. I think they did that. I think if they did that, they would have possibly went for it on 4th down if they're prepared for that. So
wait a minute, Angelo. You agreeing with me now? Aaron Rodgers had 2 clear lanes. One particular clear lane when he tried to drop the ball off to Devontae Adams. When he was basically capped. Now, I think he was trying to go for a holding call, which Troy Aikman noted right then. He was like, well, the cornerback held Devontae Adams for a slight second, but it wasn't egregious enough to draw the foul. He should have just he had a clear lane, and that would have given them the opportunity to take the lead or at least tie the game up at that stage in the game as well.
Right. As far as Kansas City and Buffalo, actually I picked Buffalo, but about half of the quarter in, I kind of knew this was going to be Chiefs all day. just because the Chiefs are just doing whatever they wanted to do. And plus, I think the rookie, not the rookie, but the inexperience of Josh Allen, kind of because he was throwing high balls too, kind of threw them off their game for Buffalo. And my prediction for the Super Bowl is my homie.
Rolling with my homies.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Hey, all right, man. Well, so let me ask you this question. Out of we saw two outstanding performances, one from Cheetah Hill, Tyreek Hill balled out, and we saw Travis Kelce, and then we saw Patrick Mahomes do what Patrick Mahomes do. Who was the Kansas City Chief MVP tonight in the 38-point route?
Dark Skin Brothers in. I'm going with Hill.
Hey, Hill explosion,
yeah,
his ability to separate is unfreaking real.
But
yeah,
he did have one drop. Patrick Mahomes put it right there in the breadbasket. He did drop that one earlier, so it could have been even better for him.
Oh, that's what I was saying. On the first play of the game, the first play of the game, Cheetah, or it might have been second down or something. But the first series, Cheetah dropped the 35-yarder like that.
Yeah,
it was nice. It was nice. Y'all keep doing your thing. SLT for life.
All right,
thank you, Angelo.
Man, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, so the next man we got on here, he needs no introduction. We just call him Coach.
Coach is
coming on. Now,
White chocolate. What's good?
FCC is out there.
What's up?
How we doing today?
Coach, did you get to watch both games?
I did. I actually just got through watching the Chiefs celebrate the Lamar Hunt Trophy, but I was not pleased with the way that Buffalo decided to play that game.
You talking about the cheap shots and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, no, you cannot listen. You cannot let Hill and Kelce
both beat you. Yeah, one or the other.
I said this before, and I say it again. You got to take Hill completely out of the picture to have an opportunity, and then roll with the fact that you can't cover Kelce. He's too damn big. Okay?
Correct.
But when one has 13 and one has 11, and the coverage that they decided to, I thought Tampa Bay was back playing them again. The coverage they tried to put Buffalo one-on-one with Hill. I mean, oh, Lord, sweet Jesus. That was a recipe for failure. Then the other thing I thought was, if y'all didn't pay attention, Kansas City, for the majority of that game, did not have to run the ball.
No.
They did not run the ball.
No.
Okay? If you can't go and get Mahomes, you either got to send everybody and their mother to come get him. But the way that they try to cover Hill, I don't know who's drawing that up. I mean,
yeah, that was not the smart. Like, I'd rather let Kelce go catch 18 to 20 catches if he has to. I'm not letting Tyreek Hill get more than 2 or 3, and they got to get him. What is it, like sweep plays or something to get him the ball. If you just let him go one-on-one, because it's not the fact that he's one-on-one, he can burn you over the top. He can also catch it underneath and wiggle and get right around you because you're stuck in the grass. Like, which way do I go? Because you don't know, man. He really is a true cheetah for sure.
Now, Coach, Now, I was going to say, I don't know if you're a fan of Tom Brady's, but I know you, as you talk to your kids often, you use Tom Brady as a comparison of how one player can change a team and how one player's work ethic can change a locker room, and how you've talked about this repeatedly to me off air and in private conversations. So Tom Brady, in my opinion, didn't have a strong game. Aaron Rodgers had a strong game, but to me, Aaron Rodgers did not perform when the moment was at the biggest. When they needed him the most, he put up this gaudy stat line. They needed him the most. He wasn't able to provide and move that ball like he was supposed to. Who do you blame for this? Do you put any of this on Aaron Rodgers? Do you put this all on a rookie coach or a second year coach in LaFleur?
So I look at it like this. What defines legacies is the ability to perform in outcomes of games in which there's a lot riding on it. And his history, listen, I'm not telling you Aaron Rodgers is not a good quarterback. He is, okay? But when we're talking about legacies, his legacy speaks for himself. This is a Green Bay team that's come in with the same record, 13-3, 14-2, and has not been able to go to the Super Bowl and perform. So whatever his stats say are irrelevant. Can you win the game? Okay.
Thank you, coach. Now, that was an egregious coach's call, though. There's no way you take that ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the game.
Okay. And that goes back to what I say. If you want to win big, you got to gamble big. And you can't sit here and keep trying to play conservative and think that you're not going to do the outcome. And Tom Brady is, listen, look at his supporting cast, the best he's ever had. He doesn't have to come out there and do Tom Brady things because he's got so many players around him. He just has to manage the game, and he'll be fine. And I'm going to go on record by telling you this. I think they win the Super Bowl.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Yes.
Ooh, I wish I had a siren. I wish I had a bell. Bing! We got our first Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It's a good take.
I think the stars have aligned. I think the football gods have taken notice. And now we're not talking about being the GOAT of football. Now we're talking about a legacy that goes across sports. And he'll be in the Jordan-esque. He'll be in that same conversation with Jordan as far as he'll just go across the sport. Listen, 14 championship games, going on his 10th Super Bowl.
Goodness. Can Patrick Mahomes duplicate it, though? Do you think that young man in Kansas City will make a run like what Tom Brady's making?
I don't think so, but I don't think that you can because I think the economics of the game have changed so much that it doesn't allow you to keep players that back in the day you could keep because of all the money issues. And then you already know that somebody's going to decide that money's more important than championships, and they're going to go get their payday like Larry Brown did, and they're going to leave, and that's the way it's going to be. I do think that it's going to be a good game, but I just think the stars have all aligned. I know, listen, to some people, they're going, listen, Kansas City is this, that, and the other. 10 weeks ago, if you'd have told me Tampa Bay was in the Super Bowl, every one of y'all would have laughed.
Correct.
Okay? I'm telling you again, the stars have aligned and the football gods have spoken.
Tampa Bay
all right there.
Tampa Bay at home. That's what you're going with, huh, Coach?
Tampa Bay at home, and then I think this. I'm going to throw you one better. I think once he wins it, I think he retires.
Ooh, spicy.
That's something we had to talk about on one of our shows. Hey, Coach, we got somebody else backstage, man. Thank you for rocking with us like you always do.
Oh, love it, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, man.
Bye.
All right, so next we got Zoe. Zoe, he's been waiting patiently, so let's get him in here.
Zoe,
what's happening? My SLT.
What's good with you, man? Now you new to the family, Zoe, so we gotta initiate you, man. Tell us a little bit about where you're from, who your sports teams are, and who your favorite hip hop artists of all time.
Oh man, my family's from California, so I rock with all my LA teams, my Lakers, my Dodgers. But you know me, B. I'm a Mavs fan, also a Cowboys fan, so you know who I rock with. My favorite artist of all time, it's got to be Tupac, man.
I like that answer.
Tupac, you said the Cowboys and Mavericks, man. So you good with me, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, so which game you want to talk about? Which one you want to unpack? The second blowout, or do you want to talk about that egregious referee and officiating call in Lambeau?
I can touch on both of them real quick. I know a lot of people asking, like, whose fault was it? As far as, was it on Rodgers? Was it on, the coach for not making, the right decision, or if the player wasn't making the right plays? To be honest with you, Tampa Bay was kind of handing the game over to him. I mean, Brady threw 3 picks.
I agree.
Handing the game to him, all they had to do was just take it. You know what I mean? So, honestly, I put it on both of them. I put it on the players to go out there and make the plays. I put it on the coach to make the right decisions, put the players in, place to make plays. So, I put it on both of them. The crazy part I read about after the game is that Brady has as many NFC title conference championships as Aaron Rodgers. And he just that's crazy. Dang. Like,
it's funny you say that because I wasn't gonna mess with y'all because I know we got some Cowboy fans, but I saw people showing that they were like, I was like, that's cold blooded. That's cold blooded. That's cold blooded. All right, so
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so Zoe, you know big players. You a fantasy guru. In case y'all don't know, this man is one of my mentors in fantasy football. He always telling me who who that's why I was able to amass a couple of rings in our little league. But so when you look at from the fantasy stat line, we saw Aaron Rodgers come out and put up a very, very prolific stat line. But you just mentioned that they still lost the game. So how does Aaron Rodgers' legacy get impacted? Because the word on the street is starting to begin to come out that he can't win the big games. He can't win when it comes down to it. And I guess the last time he won was what, 2009, 2010?
Yeah. Man, I think he's a Hall of Famer, obviously, but yeah, people starting to kind of question, like, can he really win the big game? I mean, as far as talent-wise, he's one of the best to ever do it. I mean, he makes throws that I've never seen dudes make before, aside from maybe Patrick Mahomes and, maybe a few others. But, man, I'm starting to kind of question, kind of like a lot of other people, like, can he really, really win the big game? It's kind of – that was kind of a tough game today, man. They really
all right.
Yeah, it kind of sucks to be a quarterback because they just throw everything on you. Correct. It's not his fault that Aaron Jones fumble. Who knows what happens if he doesn't fumble and they go down there and do something. Exactly. It's just amazing. It's not right, but hey, it is what it is.
Exactly.
So I'm looking at the line on the Super Bowl game and started off at Kansas City -3.5.
I like that. I think that's
over under is at 57.
I think the thing with the Chiefs, you got to have the personnel and the defensive philosophy to stop them. I think the only team I've seen that has both is the Patriots. To be honest with you, they're the only team that's really slowed them down the last few years. But I think right now at this time, man, they're the next dynasty coming up. I mean, I think you got the GOAT versus the future GOAT, to be honest with you.
That's how I opened it up. I heard I said. All right, so you're a big Red Raider. You went to Texas Tech.
Yes, sir.
Patrick Mahomes, is he gonna win this? Is he gonna win this Super Bowl, or Tom Brady gonna win number 7?
Oh no, you can't stop Patrick Mahomes, man. One Red Raider all day, baby. Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tampa Bay do have a solid defense. You know what I'm saying? I think you're gonna have to score at least 27 to 30 plus to probably beat the.
I think 30 is a barometer for sure.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Tampa Bay defense is elite when it comes to run. I think they had the number 1 run defense in the league, but they also had the 26th ranked passing defense. And as you just saw, Aaron Rodgers was able to move the ball. I personally think if the boy Aqueminius St. Brown or whatever, if he catches the football and he makes that 2-point conversion, I think it would have changed the dynamic of how LaFleur would have coached out the rest of that game. I think that one drop, which I mean, you in the NFL, son, you got to make that catch all day, every day, and him dropping that ball changed a lot, man.
Absolutely, but yeah, I'm rocking with the Chiefs all day, man. They not losing.
All right, we got 3-1 Chiefs, right? All right, man. Well, we appreciate it. So, you want to give somebody a shout out, man?
Pretty much just all my Cowboy Nation fans out there, man. Just stay strong, keep the faith. We're gonna be back.
Hey, man.
I just want to know when.
Hold up, Serge. Don't you do that. We'll jump you. It's 2-1.
Hey, well, we appreciate you stopping by, Zoe. It means a lot for us for you to check us out, man. We appreciate it.
Keep doing your thing, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, man. All right, fellas. Well, we got about 2 minute warning before we get up. We got anybody else backstage, Kev?
No, that was it, man.
Okay. All right. So 2-minute warning. We're gonna get out of here. Kev, you want to have your final word on today?
Well, I just want to give my Super Bowl prediction, man. Can I give?
Let's go. Your Super Bowl prediction.
It is so hard to go against the GOAT. This man, in one season without preseason during a pandemic, he has got the Succaneers to the Super Bowl. With that said, I'm gonna roll with Mahomes, man. Gotta go with Mahomes. That offense, I don't care what defense you got. You can't stop Hill. You can't stop Kelsey. Hardman, you still got to deal with him. It's just so many weapons you got to deal with. It's a track meet. So if you don't bring your running shoes, you can hang it up. I'm going with Kansas City.
All right, Serge, what you got, man? Final word.
All right, so I guess, on the betting odds, I'm probably going to take the Buccaneers plus 3.5, just like I did against the Saints. Against the Packers. But I just think that Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, McCole Hardman, and, to be honest, if he doesn't drop that punt in the beginning of the game, probably wouldn't even be the closest he even got. So, the Buffalo Bills obviously scored a touchdown right from the get-go. So, I just think that, I know that they beat Tampa Bay by 3 in Tampa early in the season, and I think Tampa Bay won, 7 in a row since then. I think Tampa Bay is completely different now. I think their defense is more reliable. But I just think that Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, they just have too many weapons to play with, and I just think that they will be able to execute on so many levels. And I'm obviously not going to be shocked by any means if somehow Tom Brady was able to win. But I think if somehow the Buccaneers were able to win, it's going to be because their defense held the Chiefs under 30 points. And I think that's the barometer to win the game is if you can hold the Chiefs under 30 points, you have a legit chance to win the game.
And so we mentioned Robinson and Sammy Watkins. There's two more people we didn't mention. Who you got, Serge?
I'm going with the Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let me see. Before I make my predictions, let's do this. Let's do this. I do the Benjamin Franklin. So we got Clyde Edwards-Helaire and we got Leonard Fournette. All right. Then we got Honey Badger. Okay. And then we got Devin White. Then we got Darrell Williams. So I'm gonna go Kansas City Chiefs. LSU of the Midwest. Let's go. Turn up. No, for real. I just personally, I respect Tom Brady and everything he does. I don't blame him for his success. But I'm not on this Tom Brady bandwagon. I see him for what he is. He took advantage of great situations that his defense laid out for him. And when we start talking about defenses going up against Patrick Mahomes, you got a 6. That's a long night. That's a tall task to defend that high octane arsenal for 60 minutes worth of football. Also, one thing that we're not mentioning is how well Kansas City makes adjustments in games. Kansas City started out hot. They went cold. And then all of a sudden, we saw Kansas City put the throttle on the same way they did against San Francisco. When it mattered, adjustments was being made. And also the last point I want to make, we've seen 5 coaches get hired. None of them named Eric Bieniemy. There's one team opening, and that is Houston right now. I think that Deshaun Watson has kind of burnt that bridge for Eric Bieniemy. And I don't think Eric is going to get that job. And I just want him to get this ring at least back-to-back to bolster his resume so next year he could truly get that opportunity. So with that being said, you got some, Serge?
Yeah, man. I saw a lot of people on social media posting about like, man, Brady definitely is the GOAT. I'm like, you needed him to win this game to show you that he's the GOAT. No, he's already the GOAT. If he goes to the Super Bowl and loses, he's still the GOAT. It doesn't change anything. The level of the GOATness may change only because he's going to a second team and winning with them, similar to LeBron.
In the second conference. Similar
to LeBron going to the West and going to the Lakers.
Absolutely right.
That's the only difference as far as your level. You're already the GOAT. Even if he loses, he's still the GOAT. He's what? He'll be 6-4. Okay, he's still the GOAT. You still got the most. So it doesn't change it. I'm just kind of flabbergasted that people are watching him play and it's like, oh man, he truly is the GOAT. Like we already knew that. If you didn't think he's the GOAT, then
this is the deal. They didn't want to give him the GOAT. They didn't want to recognize what he had done. I mean, there's people like me out there who are not Tom Brady fans. Who I came up with 1,000 reasons and excuses, but eventually the evidence starts becoming so overwhelming that you're like, damn, I can't even intelligently argue against him being the GOAT at this stage anymore.
You know how many more rings my Colts would have had if it wasn't for Tom Brady? At least 2.
I was going to say 3. I was going to say 3 in that Peyton Manning era for sure.
So it's like, dude, I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due just because I don't root for him per se, but it's like you can't like hate on greatness. You know, it is what it is. So
and then with Brady, he's taking less money. And that team still didn't just bring in big names.
Yeah, they did. Stop that. They brought in Antonio Brown. They brought in Leonard Fournette.
I'm talking about no. B. Jones, let me finish, okay? With the money that he was taking, it should have been way more talent on the field. You know what I'm saying?
He still got paid $25 million.
And what team? Who else could they have brought in?
Look at the Tampa Bay team, how they got all these receivers. If he's taking less money like that, his team should have been looking like that. Let me just phrase it like that. How about that?
You said Tom Brady team should have been better than what it is if he taking less money?
No, the money he was taking less money, right?
Uh-huh.
Should have been paid the highest in the league, right?
Oh, you saying he should have got more money?
Yeah, he got more money.
You got to remember, because he took that paycheck, he was able to go get Gronk. He was also able to go get AB. Yeah, man, they put talent around him, Kev.
I'm talking about excuse me, with the Patriots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree with you. My Patriots, not say, man, he damn near playing with all Madden team right now.
The discount he was giving them, and that's the product that they were putting out there.
Absolutely.
That's a
Ooh,
testament.
Patriot fans got to be hot right now. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, Zoe, Coach Steve, Angelo, and Aaron McDaniel, we appreciate y'all coming on to the first ever special post-game report. Hopefully next time we do this, it will be after Super Bowl when we can all go and recap the game, what we thought, the highs and lows, MVPs, big plays, game-changing moments, and we will see. We'll see you guys in Tampa Bay for another post-game report, but we want to thank y'all for coming out. And we appreciate y'all. Remember, go check us out Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. We stream live. We got another show coming at you, show 79. And then we got some other stuff that's on the dock as well that's going to get some really exciting things for you. More content, bigger and better shows, bigger and better guests. So we love y'all. Check y'all out on the other side. Yeet!